Yayoi Kusama, From Here to Infinity. Yayoi Kusama, From Here to Infinity, by Sarah Suzuki, illustrated by Ellen Weinstein. Yayoi Kusama was born in the country of Japan, on an island of Honshu in a town called Matsumoto City, an old place made of wood and stone overlooked a moat where swans swam. The streets were lined with little shops. Snow-capped mountains rose in the distance, swallowing up the sun as it went down in the evening. Yayo's family owned nurseries where all kinds of flowers and vegetables grew, and workers tended to the plants as they matured from seeds to sprouts to stalks. But Yayoi yearned for a different life. Far from the countryside, she dreamt about what lay beneath the mountains in places far from Matsumoto City. She longed to leave home and see the world. Yayoi's mother wanted her to stay home and learned old-fashioned manners, how to dress elegantly, walk demurely, eat politely, and find a proper husband. But Yayoi wanted to be an artist. Every day she went outside with ink and brushes and paper. She drew things that she saw and things she had imagined. She looked closely at the pebbles that lined the riverbed and the leaves and the stalks of the plants, and she drew them as chains of tiny cells that looked like dots. When she was older and studying in art school, her teachers disapproved of her work, and they demanded that Yayoi paint in the traditional, precise Japanese style. She wanted to go where she could live without rules. When she was 28 years old, she packed up her silk kimonos, thousands of drawings, and stuffed dollar bills in the toes of her shoes. It was her first airplane trip. There were only 4 other passengers, and the weather was stormy. With rain and lightning, the airplane wobbled and dipped as it flew to America. In New York, Yayoi went to the top of the Empire State Building, at the tallest building in the city, full of tall buildings. When she looked down, she saw buses, cars, and yellow taxis zooming up and down the avenues, and bankers and teachers and artists rushing to work. From the 86th floor, they looked like dots. She felt very far from quiet Matsumoto City and her mother's rules. Here it seemed anything was possible. Yayoi set about turning her drawings of dots into paintings. The dollar bills that she had brought to America quickly ran out, and she spent what little money she had left on paints and canvases. She worked day and night. She painted when she was cold. She painted when she was hungry. She painted when she was lonely. And she turned her dots into sculptures, too, soft stuffed tubes that covered sofas and chairs and boats. She was devoted to her dots, for they were a way of thinking about the world among the stars, as one dot among a million of others. They were a way of thinking about infinity. Sometimes when she grew frustrated, she visited the Museum of Modern Art. She gazed at paintings by other artists, and she thought about why and how they were made. She looked at pictures of dancing girls, swirling night skies, trying to solve them as if they were puzzles. Her paintings seemed so different from those she had seen at MoMA. When she at last was ready to show her work in public, she invited all the friends she had made in New York. When she arrived at the gallery, a crowd was spilling out onto the sidewalk. Her friends lifted her in the air, shouting, "Yayoi, you've finally done it!" Word about her artwork spread quickly. Her friends told their friends, newspapers wrote about her work, reporters clamored to interview her about her dots. Now she began to show them in other cities all over the United States and Europe. Her dots were covering the world. They appeared in Venice, thousands of dot-shaped mirrors scattered over a big green lawn. On a pumpkin, on a pier, on dresses and t-shirts, on people walking down the street, and in mirrored rooms where glowing dots were reflected and reflected again, an infinity of dots. Having visited many different countries all over the world, Yayoi returned to Japan. The country had changed since she left, with many different artists challenging the old traditional style, as Yayoi had been doing all along. She still lives in Japan, and she continues to paint her dots every day.